Now today is going to be a crazy hectic day. We are doing a full updated car collection tour brought to you by Simply Safe. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. I haven't done like a proper full tour of my car collection in such a long time. We have 18 cars in the car collection. We've bought a ton of cars lately. We've sold a lot of cars. We have cars in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Arizona, Oregon, and of course here in Utah. I haven't had my entire car collection together in one single space in maybe 5 or 6 years, and I don't know if we ever will. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to drive every single car in the car collection today. The black Lamborghini LM does not have an engine in it. The orange Lamborghini Gallardo is blown up. The white Lamborghini Murcielago Roadster is not my car, and the purple Ferrari Lusso, also not my car. I love the Aventador so much, I own 2 of them. Of course, this is my 2012 Lamborghini Aventador, finished in full carbon fiber from Duke Dynamics. Now, I bought this car back in 2018. It was factory orange paint, it was purple, it was snow camo, it was blue, it was wrapped green, and now the full carbon. I love these Rohana wheels, full Gintani stripe pipe exhaust, but this Duke Dynamics full carbon fiber kit, I mean, under the Utah sun, the presence it has, unbeatable. The best part about this car, 6.5 liter V12, straight pipe Gintani exhaust. The sound of this car, as far as pure drama with a car, it's hard to beat an Aventador. There's nothing like it. This car has so much emotion, so much soul. It's not a track day weapon, but it's just so much fun. Some of the craziest stuff I've ever done in my entire life involving cars was with this Aventador. We put it on winter snow tracks. Check that out, boys. The first Aventador on tracks right there. Beautiful state of Utah, oh my gosh. And my dad drove this car faster than I think he's ever driven a car in his entire life.
Oh man, what a thrill. It is a wow factor car. This feels like a race car.
Yeah.
The Ferrari might feel a little more refined, but this is a thrill. There's a lot to learn about the paddle shifters. I've never driven those before. It's just a different beast.
I've mentioned this somewhat ad nauseum. The interior on this car is going fully pink very soon. E3 Customs in Florida. Oh my gosh! As far as other modifications, I would love to twin turbo this car, but it's a 2012 with a lot of miles. I think if I ever went twin turbo Aventador, I'd have to go SVJ. This is my 2003 Lamborghini Murcielago 40th anniversary, 1 of 50 in the entire world. You can see the plaque right there, number 19 of 50, finished here in Verde Artemis. And what makes this car really special, it is a gated manual. In my videos, I always say smooth as butter. That stems from the Murcielago, the 2nd to 3rd, smooth as butter shift. I get a lot of questions about the license plate on this car. It reads 401k LOL, and the reason for that, I bought the car in spring of 2020. I paid $275,000. The car's value today is between $600,000 and $650,000. That is over a 100% rate of return in less than 4 years of ownership. My entire life, everybody told me, put all your money in a 401k, save for retirement, blah, 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 blah. Forget that. Buy a gated Mercy. You don't see that many Lotuses anymore. I miss mine. This is a Fab Speed Murcielago. Well, this is my Jeep Gladiator Hellosaurus 6x6, 1-ton axles, gets about 6 miles to the gallon with a tailwind going downhill. We're talking a fully straight pipe 700 horsepower Hellcat V8 supercharged, and with a little bit of persuasion. You're probably asking yourself, have I ever off-roaded this thing even one single time? And the answer is yes. This is kind of sort of special. And every single time I drive this without hesitation, we always come to the gas station. Every time, because the tank on the Gladiator is not very big. I think you could probably make the case that my Gladiator 6x6 might be the best sounding car I have. Listen to that supercharger whine. I think the Aventador is probably better, but man, a supercharged Hellcat V8 is about as good as it gets. That cost me $13.24 per acceleration. Now, unfortunately, there are 6 cars in total that are missing that cannot be included in today's video. We have my Liberty Walk Lamborghini Aventador Roadster finish in Rosa. Canvas has got the custom white interior. That might be my favorite car. It's really a toss-up between the carbon Aventador, the Countach and the pink Aventador Roadster. The Aventador is down in Scottsdale. It should be back here in Utah in about 2 weeks. Now, my Lamborghini Huracan Strato, you guys saw that a couple videos back. The one in Verde Scandal, we had that on the dry lake bed. It's still in Oregon, but it's headed to Arizona very, very soon. We have my white Lamborghini LM002, that is the Rambo Lambo with the engine. It's in Ohio, update on that also very, very soon. My dad's truck, the 1969 GMC pickup truck, is being restored here in Utah. It has an update also very, very soon. We got a ton of news on that truck. And then my Ram TRX, we towed my crash Ferrari 812 to Pennsylvania with the Ram TRX. We have an update on the 812 very, very, very soon. So yes, there's a chance by the end of summer, all 6 of those cars might be back here in Utah. We might, for the first time in 6 years, have the entire car collection together. Now, on that bombshell, I'm excited to announce today's video has been sponsored by SimpliSafe. Now, you guys all know how much I love SimpliSafe, and you guys also know that I use my SimpliSafe home security system every single day. At some point during the day, I access the live feed from the SimpliCams on my cell phone to make sure Oscar is safe, the cars are safe, the house is safe. Whatever is important to you, let SimpliSafe help protect it before it's too late. Now, the OGs will remember I first installed my SimpliSafe home security system off at Burlacker's house over 5 years ago, then the rental house, and of course here at the new house. The installation could not have been easier. It took me less than an hour. Now, SimpliSafe does have professionals that can do the installation for you. Now, with SimpliSafe, there's no contracts, there's no hidden fees. You can get started with SimpliSafe, guys, for less than $1 a day. That is less than half the cost of traditional home security. And I have SimpliSafe smart security devices located throughout my entire house. I can access the live feed from the SimpliCams anytime, anywhere. Let's say, for example, I'm laying in bed late at night, one of the SimpliCams detects motion, it'll actually send me a notification directly to my phone. I can access the live feed, determine if the threat is real, and then have that immediate peace of mind. I access the live feed from the SimpliCams probably 15, 20 times a day. I love it. And I also have SimpliSafe outdoor cameras covering the entire perimeter of the house. That camera there covers the front entryway, the driveway, the cul-de-sac, as well as the main road, and it took me about 2 minutes to install. And SimpliSafe has 24/7 live guard protection. This means the professional monitoring agents can see and speak with intruders in real time, stopping them in their tracks. And being able to convey the unique details of the threat directly to emergency dispatch is going to help prioritize emergency response. And be sure to check out the link in the description below to simplisafe.com/Stradman. You can save 20% off your SimpliSafe security system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring, and the first month is free. simplisafe.com/Stradman to customize yours today. There's no safe like SimpliSafe. And of course, one of my favorite cars, the 1987 Lamborghini Countach 5000 QV, finished here in the iconic triple white, one of the most beautiful cars of all time. The Countach in the Wolf of Wall Street was also triple white. That was an anniversary car. This is like the previous generation, a 5000 QV. I would say the Lamborghini Countach is the most physically demanding car I've ever driven. Every single input is difficult. Changing gears, pushing in the clutch pedal. There's no power steering. You don't fit in the car. You can't see out of the car. And that's kind of what makes the Countach the Countach. I wouldn't change a thing about it. It's that special of a car. And this car really represents Lamborghini. Every single Lamborghini after the Countach has Countach DNA. Also on a summer day when it's about 95 degrees Fahrenheit, Countach is not the move because the windows, they roll down an inch. The air conditioning, kind of sort of work. Yeah, I feel a little bit. It's not really, doesn't really work whatsoever. I am sweating like a dog right now, but it's worth it. This thing is actually surprisingly fast though. It rips tater chip. I don't know how true this is, but the urban legend is that the founder of Lamborghini, Ferruccio Lamborghini, he purposely made the Countach difficult to drive because he felt like the previous generation car, the Mura, there was just too many wannabes, there was too many posers driving his cars. He wanted true, genuine car guys driving this car, and he definitely succeeded. This car is a full-on workout to drive. He also attached these tiny little mirrors to the car. You can't see anything. You gotta focus on what's ahead. But unlike newer cars that are really fast, the Countach isn't that fast, so you just gotta drive super defensive. And of course, when you change lanes, you hit the blinker, you count to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get through the intersection, and you just pray that nobody's in your blind spot. We're good. Legal lane change. To all the Porsche fanboys watching today's video, seize the moment. We got a brand new GT3 RS, also Italian air conditioning with the doors up. Oh gosh, but no power steering though. It's actually like a full-on core workout. That thing is sick though. Honestly, the Countach, it kind of inspired the massive wing more or less, not really, but kind of sort of. That thing is wicked, all right. And another thing the Countach is notorious for is a lot of beeping, a lot of whistles. It's my understanding that no Countach ever left the factory with a factory wing. All the wings are aftermarket, so what I just said about the GT3 RS being inspired by the Countach is absolute nonsense. The Countach with a wing though, it actually creates more lift and less downforce, so it's completely non-functional. And very similar to my Hellcat Murcielago, this car's been a fantastic investment. I'm in this car about $525, even with rebuild, servicing, etc., etc. And this car is probably worth north of $700, give or take maybe. Instead of revving the Countach like I did the Mercy or the Aventador, I'm gonna show you guys the horn. This is my 2024 Lotus Emira manual transmission, 400 horsepower. This thing drives like a little go-kart. We have a ton of mods coming for this car very soon. Now the OGs know I used to own a laser blue Lotus Elise. I sold that car almost 10 years ago. That's crazy. If you've been watching me for 10 years, you are a true homie. Kind of like a little bit of a throwback. I've always had a special place in my heart for Lotus. This car, bang for the buck, is hard to beat. It's not a popular opinion to say this because people don't understand it. This is one of the most fun cars that I have to drive. This thing is so cool. You can just whip this car with no concerns whatsoever. It is a little go-kart. This thing does not get the love that it should. Well done, Lotus. A British mate, I salute you. Key not in car. If the key's not in the car, where's the key? I walked up to the car, I opened the door, I sat in the car, I hit the start-stop button, the car fired up. I just assumed the key was in the car. I don't know if the key is actually in the car, but if the key was in the car shouldn't turn on. Will the car get me home? That's the real question. And of course, this is my 2013 Koenigsegg Agera HH. This car is VIN number 99, the 99th Koenigsegg ever built. Now the Agera S is officially an Agera S. There's only 5 of those in the world. Now total Agera production is 58. And of course, most of you guys know I filmed this exact car in Las Vegas, Nevada on the Gumball 3000. Reigning Formula 1 world champion Lewis Hamilton drove this car on the final leg. We attempted to jumpstart it with my Audi TT. I filmed that video about 9 years ago, and today we own it. It is summer. You just have to experience it. There is nothing like it. It just goes and goes. It has no end in sight. This thing will accelerate, I think, faster 60 to 130 than it does from 0 to 60. Me personally, nothing can touch a Koenigsegg. Just a brute force. Out of absolutely nowhere, we got a cyber fridge in the flesh. I guess in a long way around, you could say cyber fridge first Koenigsegg. Let's go. I realized the Cybertruck wasn't racing me, but regardless, world's first mate. One thing I love about the Cybertruck, nearly all the owners have taken those silly discs off for gas mileage for air that look so dumb. Thank goodness they're all off. How we look, boys? We look good? We straight? Nice and center? Money. And of course, Sophia is always thinking ahead. We always got to get those elevated views on views. So we're going to put Aventador, Murcielago, Gallardo, Countach, Espada. Unfortunately, the LM and the Gallardo Coupe are both dead as a doornail. Well, the LM doesn't have a motor.
Are we going to push it?
No.
No?
It weighs so much. No, we're not that strong. We're going to try to position these cars absolutely perfect based on the ladder. Keep her coming. That car with the pink looks so good. Right there, Soph. And then turn the wheels to the right. Money. Well, Soph seems a little bit skeptical. It's perfect, it's money. The hard part, lining all the cars up, they gotta be far enough away from each other so they don't block each other, but not too far that it looks like too many gaps. How's she look?
There's too many cars.
I know,
You're
but
not gonna be able to fit them here.
I know. I don't know, maybe on the grass? There's something about the high contrast of the triple white Countach on the perfectly green grass. I'm really hoping I didn't destroy the grass, but you know, at the same time, it's worth it. I usually do these photo shoots maybe like once, twice a year, and the cars just look so crazy good. Lamborghini Mercy. Oh yes, keep coming, Soph. A little bit this way, little bit, and now cut it all the way, right there. I just realized the Aventador Roadster and the Sterrato are missing.
It's the coolest
The
colors.
two best colors of the group. Could you imagine the Roadster right there and the Sterrato there? Right now though, that is sick. Now the Emira is also blue, so we gotta park the Emira like over there so it doesn't clash. Well, I said the odds of Countach and the Espada would start up on the first try is 1,000,000 to 1. Countach started right up, so pressure's on you, Soph. You gotta hit the gas 10 times.
I'm doing pretty good with this, guys.
She's carbureted though, she's a little tricky. This thing is a 1974, it's over 50 years old. Are you kidding me? What? You are Dorothy Whisperer. Every single time it takes me an hour. You've got to be kidding me. What? I definitely did not plan to park the two older girls in the grass, but you know what? Sometimes it just works out that way. Keep coming. Yep. Straight, 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 straight. The color of the M2, the Vandervert blue, looks so good. Turn this way. Well, the baby Countach is having a little bit of a mechanical failure. Don't worry about her. We're good. To the right, to the right. There. We always underestimate how long this is going to take. When we started, the sun was high in the sky, and now the sun is just set. We got the cars here right in time. Sophia just made a great point. Imagine if we were in Dubai, and you could just leave the cars parked outside this every single day. It'd be sick.
No rain.
That would be so cool, but unfortunately, well, the rain, the sprinklers would all get it, but wow. Now this is the closest we've had the entire car collection together in one single place. I think 5 years ago was the last time I had all the cars together, and I own about 5 or 6 cars in total. Now if you could take 2 of these cars, Sophia, which are you taking and why?
Countach.
I mean, look at it. It's the coolest car ever. Right.
And then the carbon.
Same.
Really?
Now, if the pink Aventador Roadster was here, it'd probably be like a toss-up, I think. Yeah. Now, as far as the future of each car, so the Countach, obviously I'm making lease payments on this car. There's really not that many modifications I can do for now. I could send this car back to the factory. I could have it turned into what is called an S Plus upgrade. That costs about $500,000. Not gonna do that anytime soon, but if I did, I could change the entire car. Maybe someday, one day. Now the Gallardo Spider, this car is going under the knife momentarily. We're gonna pull the internals from this, put it in the orange car, and this car might either go on the wall or maybe it's just yard art.
It looks
great right here. Just in the grass, looks incredible. What do you guys think? Yard art on the wall or the M2? I mean, sky is the limit. I could get a carbon kit, I could get a wide body kit. I want to customize the interior. Basically, the only goal with the M2 is to smoke this woman.
Sky is not the limit.
Okay, as far as
you got a budget and it's pretty small.
$13,000 is the limit. The sky, well, 13 grand. I want to remove the front license plate on this car. I got to respray the front bumper as well. And that's pretty much it for the Mercy. Countach is perfect. Espada is perfect. Now the Lotus has a lot of potential. So far, there's no wide body kits quite yet. There are some carbon accessory kits. I got to get an exhaust for this ASAP. When I got the Lotus, I was kind of like a little bit uncertain. This car is almost the #1 car that I go drive. Supra, there's really nothing to do with that car. I mean,
yeah, there's nothing.
There's really nothing to do
except a wide body and exhaust, turbos, like just not a lot.
Not a lot to do. Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Up to 20 grand.
Up to 20 grand. Yeah.
Now, of course, the Gladiator is an interesting vehicle. We could go crazy on this thing. I could repaint it. I could rewrap it. I could add light bars. What do we do?
I think a Barbie theme wrap.
What are you talking, you dork? No. That is no.
I think it looks so good in black.
It does. It looks sinister. Now, do you like the white wheels or do we go black there? Black would be pretty cool. Triple black interior as well.
But you and me like it.
I love it.
Tiffany blue.
Interior. And exterior?
I think
all
Tiffany
out?
blue interior, black
exterior. That's cool. That's very Dubai. I like that. I don't know, baseball color brown. I don't know what this is. This and Tiffany, I like it. More to come. Now, unfortunately, we're ending today's video with some very, very, very bad news. And if Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada...
It's not Justin Trudeau.
Whose fault is it?
It's America.
Okay, if the U.S. President watching today's video, you're definitely not watching today's video, you need to let Sophia in the country 24/7, 365. So Sophia, unfortunately, has to go back to Canada, which is very, very sad. We're going to miss you. You're going to be back soon, which does mean the Supra, the M2, they're kind of sort of on like a standstill. Yep. We can't really do anything until you get home.
Just
order parts though, and I got a lot of parts to order. Sky's the limit, baby. Sky is the limit. So we're gonna order parts, and then as soon as you come home, yes, home. This is home, not Canada. Then we can get to work. Oh my gosh, you little floofer. He's glowing right now. Oscar is legitimately glowing next to his baby Countach. Now the Countach, I am leasing this car right now. However, every single time I make a lease payment, it reduces my payoff amount. So someday, one day, I will own this car outright. So yes, in the interim period, I'm kind of sort of leasing it, I'm kind of sort of renting it. But someday, as I make more lease payments, it reduces my payoff amount. We're gonna purchase it outright. Now, Countach offers what is called the S Plus upgrade. So this is a Countach Agera S, and for $540,000, I can take it from an S to an S Plus. Now the Plus means more aero. I could change the color, I could change the name, the interior. I could also probably add a little bit more power. I don't know if I could do like the full 1-to-1 power upgrade. Now there might be an option to maybe manual swap it. I'm not entirely sure if that is still possible. If we can, should we manual swap the Agera? Should we do the S Plus upgrade? Now, if we were to do the S Plus upgrade, we could change the entire car. We could change the color, we could change the interior. We could make this purple, we could make it pink, we could leave it blue. The aero is also really cool. It's like a bigger splitter, a new hood, bigger wing, a side skirt, a nice diffuser as well. I'll put a photo of an S Plus car right here so you can kind of see the S Plus versus the S. Very, very cool. I guess that is pretty much gonna wrap up today's video. I don't know what else to really say. It is an absolutely gorgeous, perfect day. The sun has just set here in the beautiful state of Utah. A lot of these cars are really the keeper cars. The collection right now has really, really come together. Thank you guys for watching today's video, but on that bombshell, today's video is over. We got an idea for the Lotus.
Genius idea. Not for the Lotus.
For you.
There's a certain car in your basement right now.
Right.
That I think would look amazing right here.
The Indy car.
No, I think you buy Josh's.
Whoa, they don't even know about Josh.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
You guys don't even know what she's talking about. Shh, 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 shh.
Wait,
No, they don't even know what's in the basement.
They know.
No, well, like a long time ago. I don't think they remember. There may or may not be something in the basement.
That sounds so creepy.